buds. Welcome back to The Fresh Five. I'm your host, Tommy Fresh, and this is the show where I talk about five things, flesh and blood, in 5 or so minutes because I want to. And this week, we have a very exciting episode because Uprising is coming out. We just got a ton of information from LSS about Uprising on their main website. You guys can go there right now and check it out, kind of follow along. Because this week, I want to talk about five things that I personally really want out of this set. And, it's just my opinion, but I think I can speak for a decent amount of the community. I don't want anything bad out of this set, and I don't think anybody else does either. So we are going to kick it off with number one. Number one is a really good draft experience. I've missed a lot of draft since Tales of Aria, and the Welcome to Wraith event, or the Farewell to Wraith event, was so much fun. I love drafting. It's my favorite way to play. And I do have a little bit of concern about this format because we have only 3 heroes, which we had in Tales of Aria, but 2 of the heroes are Draconic, which is our new fire talent, and then 1 is Ice, and that's Icelander. We've seen her before. She's back in full, fledged form now. Very excited for that. But the other 2 heroes, the Draconic heroes, are Fi or Fae. I think it's Fi. He is the Draconic ninja. Very cool. And then we have Dromai or Drome. We don't know. I mean, I could just be getting this wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. But that is the Draconic Illusionist, which summons dragons, which is so unbelievably cool. But it seems like there's a little bit of an off balance here. To me, in theory, for a booster pack when sitting down at the draft table. Now, totally could be wrong. Or we could see a 4th hero kind of be revealed. It did not make it seem like we're going to get a 4th hero in that announcement today, but we can hold out hope, or I just want the draft experience to be great. Second want is heroes that aren't broken. We know Icelander isn't necessarily broken. It's certainly going to be annoying, but beatable. And I think we need a pretty competitive wizard hero in CC. We've seen Icelander have some success in Blitz, and I'm sure we'll see some success in CC as well. Now, there is a worry also, Prism is very annoying, and I agree. Now we have another illusionist. Will those play patterns be similar? I don't think they will. I think with these dragon allies, which is Draconi, which I'll talk about in a sec, it will kind of start like a whole new way to play illusionist. We'll see how much synergy she has with the illusionist, like the generic illusionist or non-talented illusionist attacks and stuff we got from Everfest. But we just don't want any. We don't want another Briar. We don't want another Chain. We don't want another Starvo. So that's just number 2. Make them good or balanced at least, please. Number 3 is really cool use of allies. So we've seen one of the allies, Draconi, which put him right there, and he's very cool. We don't really know how he can attack. It doesn't have an attack clause on there unless they're going to change the way allies work and just remove the attack clause and they can attack no matter what. But we're assuming that Dromai is going to be able to summon these dragons, and then maybe her weapon or her hero ability allows those dragons to attack. We will see. But it is going to be neat to see what the other dragons are, because they've stated that their dragons, or she has control over all all these different dragons from Volcor. Takes place in Volcor. Shout out to Dead Summer Art, who was on the podcast. Listen to the podcast. And, we talked a lot about Volcor like about a month or so ago. And we were right about this next set being Volcor. Very excited. So, yeah, let's use these allies in a really unique, balanced way, please. And number 4 actually kind of ties in a little bit with draft, right? I think that Sealed was not the greatest for Tales of Aria. Briar was very overpowered, and it was not the most rewarding experience. I think Draft was actually great, but Sealed was not. Uh, Please have Sealed be good. I want that. That would be amazing because there's nothing better, especially like when you're teaching someone new. And I think we're going to get a lot of new players with this set release, especially right after the Pro Tour in New Jersey, the best state in the union. Just saying that we are going to have a lot of new players, and we need like a sealed format that isn't terrible, right? We need it to be really fun for players to sit down, crack those packs, build the deck, and not be totally run over by one hero versus the other. So that's number 4. And number 5, personally, is maybe some generic 6s that are really good. For Levia, I don't know. I mean, I might be biased, but I think that would be sweet. But other than that, I hope that the generic or the non-classed talented cards, so like just the Draconic and just the Ice, are very useful for a lot of different decks that don't push them too far in the other way. We did see Thaw, which is really cool, really anti-ice card, but we should see some exploration of design space with especially Draconic. It seems like a really cool, not so much split damage like Rune Blades have, but like kind of this like cool combination of damage that might also reward you for some kind of magical stuff. It could be really sweet. So that being said, those are 5 things that I want out of Uprising. Please let me know what you want out of Uprising, because obviously my opinion is my own, and let's get yours as well. Drop it in the comments. Please like, comment, subscribe. We listen to the podcast. Follow me on Twitter, FreshBudsPod. Do whatever you want. There's a link tree below. there is a Patreon if you like what I do. We got some really cool extra content up there. And yeah, everybody, have a good week.